Shalom, Yashrala. This is your brother doth from GMS Tampa Bay 07, coming at you with this here truth again. First and foremost, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push in this truth and sincerity in the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions. Give me 1 second, Salakia. Alright, we're going to jump into this here lesson, dealing with basically the pride of these damn Edomites, These Edomites, that the scriptures call them the most proud, These people walk around, with just, literally just pride on max, They think that they own the whole planet Earth, They think that they gods, And the more and more, as we progress in time, getting towards the end, it's like they're taking a mask further and further off, as a whole. We know that the devil is coming down with great wrath. We know, the elites is turning up, but also the rest of these the rest of these wicked devils, the rest of the low level ones, they also turning up as well too, they're taking their mask off and coming back to their true natural ways, that's why you see all these different groups of these Edomites doing certain things and just speaking the way that they speak nowadays, especially with Donald Trump being in office. They feel like they got the green light. So I'm gonna read this here article here, which is a prime example of that. All right, and we're gonna jump into the scriptures after that. It says from RT, it says, I'm a clean, thoroughbred white girl. DUI suspect tries to avoid arrest. All right, just the pride of these damn Edomites. You know what I'm saying? She says, I'm a clean. And all these things is in opposition, or in, how do I say, is being measured on a standard against Jake. They just, like the scriptures say, the wicked go astray from the womb, roughly paraphrasing, speaking lies, They just brought up thinking like this, in this mentality, that they just better off. She probably didn't think that directly. Oh, I'm better than so-called black people, like straightforward like that, or nobody probably didn't have to tell her like that. But that's what's instilled inside of her mind. So her mind just works and is programmed like that, And rightfully so, they're actually in the right mind state, because this is their heaven, in a rulership type mentality, But it's the end of their rulership, and all these curses starting to fall upon them, And so now they so-called, how they call it, white privilege, Their white privilege and white supremacy is coming to an end, And so their little card don't work no more, all right? So she's saying she's clean, right? In opposition to what? They say Jake is dirty and whatnot, It's like the difference between the color being white and the color of being black, One is pure and life, and the other one is death and destruction, She says I'm a clean thoroughbred, meaning that, I'm a pure blood, I'm the shit, I'm the elite of the elite, in their spirit, they not to say that she knows she an Edomite, but in their spirit, they know that they on top, Nah, I ain't even mixed. I'm just pure stock. This is my heaven. I'm supposed to be ruling. You can't arrest me. What you doing? But nevertheless, it says, a South Carolina woman was caught speeding and driving under the influence of alcohol, told police officers that she couldn't be arrested because she's very clean. She's a very clean, thoroughbred white girl. All right. So she told the police officer as if she's above, authority, and that's just the part of these damn devils. That's just how they all feel, And it is beautiful that these types of stories here come out. I like them more like Donald Trump, that's just open with it. But, for our people, the Lord is showing you these signs, showing you the character of these people. All right. Showing you what their countenance is like, so you can see how these people really are and how these people get down, what's in their innermost thoughts, even if they're not consciously thinking about that. Like I said, she probably wasn't thinking, as she's describing all these things, that she's actually describing all these things basically compared on a scale to Jake. All right. Why would she need to bring out that she's a white woman? What did being white have to do with her being DUI? You know what I'm saying? And she was drunk and all that. You have to ask yourself that, she's just immediately reflecting back onto her kingdom, Oh, no, I'm a thoroughbred white girl. You can't do this. I'm the cream of the crop, And again, like I said, she actually rightfully in her right mind, that's how it's supposed to be in their kingdom. They got a rulership type mentality, When we get into the kingdom of heaven, let's just say we was in the same position in the heaven, like, nah, bro, I'm of the elect, bro. What you doing? You ain't supposed to be trying to pull me over for bashing up on one of these heathen, or, you know what I'm saying? They low level Edomites, bro, or they low level Ishmaelites, you know what I'm saying? And we doing whatnot to them. Nah, bro, why you trying to arrest me? You can't do that. I'm a purebred of the stock of Israel. What you doing, bro? So like I said, they actually in their right mindset. But again, we at the like the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that which follows. We at that turning point right there. All right. It says, A 32-year-old woman, Lauren Elizabeth Cutshaw, was pulled over by police in Bluffton, Beaufort County after she ran a stop sign while driving drunk more than 30 miles an hour over the speed limit reported to the Island Packet. So homegirl ran a stop sign riding 30 miles over the speed limit, carelessly, not even caring about whoever else is on the road, you know what I'm saying? She could run into somebody, take somebody's life and stuff like that, but she don't care because what? She's in her kingdom. She's like, I can do all that. And she even said it, not just her actions speak for what she, how she feels on the inside, but she actually opened up her mouth and said, what are you doing, bro? Basically saying in different words, this is my kingdom, bro. You can't stop me from doing what I want to do. I'm in heaven. Let me do me. I got this pride. Look at me. I'm a clean, thoroughbred white girl, What are you doing? You go arrest and oppress them Jake over there. What are you doing? All right. It says, according to the details, the police report, she told officers she only had 2 glasses of wine, but when they questioned how large the glasses were, she responded, I was celebrating my birthday. All right. Not even trying to humble yourself down, but what? Maybe I was a little fucked up. Let me just keep my mouth closed and try to keep it moving or whatnot. She's like, you know what? It was my birthday, bitch. I was partying and living it up. Like, bro, what's the problem here? I'm a clean, thoroughbred white girl. Like, what are you doing? Go over there and stop and frisk some Jake. You know what I'm saying? Go terrorize them. Get your money off of them. Why you harassing me? This is my kingdom. You know what I'm saying? She says, I'm a white clean girl, she said, adding, you're a cop. You should know what that means. Okay? So, it says you should know what that means when asked about the relevance of her statement. You know what I'm saying? So, you see what I'm saying? She understands, whether or not she's conscious about this or subconscious about this. This is what's inside their spirit. This is how they are. All right. And like I said, rightfully so, they're in their kingdom, but this is the end of their kingdom. All right. So you need to, you know what I'm saying? Stop trying to hold tight close to these damn Edomites, because you know what I mean? Hey, this is not your kingdom. All right. We get Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning of that which follow. And we see that the curses starting to turn upon Esau at this point in time and the downfall of his kingdom, And this is a prime example of that, the downfall of these Edomites ain't able to get away with the shit they used to get away with. Obviously, maybe that shit, might have worked a couple times before in the past, whatnot. But now all of a sudden, she's like, damn, what the hell? Now she's starting to catch hell, It says Cutshaw went on a list of hosts of additional reasons why she shouldn't be arrested. These included the fact that she was a former cheerleader, a sorority girl, had perfect grades, and graduated from a higher credit university and had a partner who has worked as a police officer. So basically, again, all these things are in comparison to being Jake. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I was better than them. I did this. I was the top of my grade. I'm not stupid and illiterate like those monkeys over there. I'm better than that. I graduated top of this, and for these reasons, you can't arrest me. Nah, I can't be arrested. That's not fair, because I'm an Edomite and I did all the right things that Edomite's supposed to do in this society. It says the reports also described the woman's eyes as bloodshot and glossy, and stated she was slurring her words and noted the smell of alcohol from the car. A breathalyzer test found Cutshaw had a 0.18% blood alcohol level. Despite her argument, she was arrested for driving under the influence, as well as speeding, disregarding a stop sign, simple possession of marijuana, and possession of drug paraphernalia charges, according to the jail log. All right. Now, you see what I'm saying? As you read this here report, as the police said, all the things that she got arrested for, this sound like a typical Friday or Saturday night, you know what I'm saying, after the club, when Jake get caught up in a damn roadblock or speeding or swerving or some shit, and he got the beer between his legs, you know what I'm saying, he got a blunt twisted up, you know what I mean, and then the police pull his ass over, and boom, that's it. You see what I'm saying? He off to the spot, This is what normally happens every Friday, Saturday, and whatever nights Jake go out like that, Police be out there making their mad money. But now this is coming down on these Edomites, Normally they separate our type of bars because they have things separated like that, You have the white bars and the white clubs and the Jake bars and the Jake clubs, But they sit around outside of our spots, Try to catch Jake up in that snare. But now these things are starting to come down on these Edomites, all right? It says making statements such as these as a means to justify not being arrested as are unusual in my experience as law enforcement officers. I believe further demonstrates the suspect's level of intoxication. The officer wrote in the report, the woman was booked in Beaufort County Detention Center. So, hold on. How old was this chick? She was, well, I don't know why it might be I don't know, they say detention. Normally that's like for the youth. They got corrections or whatever. But nevertheless, I'm not too all into the jail system. But nevertheless, reading this here again, it says, making statements such as these are a means to justify not being arrested are unusual in my experience as a law enforcement officer. I believe further demonstrates the suspect's level of intoxication. All right. Now, homeboy kind of a little bit shocked about this, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it might be the first time she probably openly displayed it like that to that type of level, you know? A lot of the times, because it's like a so-called joke in the world, you know, that we see, like, you know, you'll have TV shows and things like that where they had a so-called cute girl get put over by the cop or whatever, whatnot. She smile at the guy, show a little cleavage or something like that, and she get off, you know? And all the times we've ever seen those in images on TV, it was always a so-called white woman, you know? So, you know, they might have been a little more discreet about it, or they already knew what the deal was, you know what I'm saying? The cop just pull them over and be like, hey, just slow down, I'm giving you a warning. They didn't even have to say nothing, you know? And it was just off with their little ways. But things slowly start getting harder and harder to where now these Edomites is starting to have to, you know, speak out. And not just these Edomites, these women, all right? Because, again, women has been up on a pedestal above everybody else, you know? But nevertheless, all these curses is starting to fall upon both the women, well, these Edomites, and then also upon these women that are at ease, all right? So we're going to jump into some scriptures here. Because, you know, this is all, you know, a turning point, you know? Like the scriptures say, Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth, you know? And all these curses are going to fall upon your enemy, all right? Matter of fact, let me grab that real quick. I think it's this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30 verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies and on them which hate thee and which persecute thee. All right. And now you can find out hang on. This is Obadiah this is the book of Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. It says, for thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And this is speaking about Edom, all right? Esau, Edom, all right? So going back over to, you know, speaking on in the curses of Deuteronomy falling upon all of our enemies, all right? And who are our number one enemies? All right, these Edomites, all right? So all these curses are about to start falling upon them primarily, all right? These other nations as well, but, you know, predominantly upon Esau, because that's our number one enemy, all right? This is the book of Jeremiah chapter 50 verse 31. It says, behold, I am against thee, O thou most proud, saith Yahweh power of hosts, for thy day is come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall be stubble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle fires in the city, and it shall devour all around about him. All right, and that's primarily speaking about, you know, that's overall speaking about the end destruction upon Esau, Edom, all right, via thermonuclear destruction, you know, the lake of fire. But before that, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be a buildup, you know, that's the how do you say, the climax of the peak, all right? But before that, you know, a whole lot of other calamities and plagues are going to come upon the nation of Edom before these, you know, before this time, all right? And it starts with these curses starting to fall upon them, all right? All these curses starting to fall upon them, because, like, before there was a time when Jake was up in you know, in power, and we was so called on high, and, you know, we was in rulership, and then we, you know, we was proud, we got proud, lifted up, thought that nothing could happen, and then boom, we fell right up under the curses that we, you know, we had already went off, so we fell up under the curses, you know. But now, you know, we didn't think we was gonna go down, but now Esau's in that same position. He's up on top, dominating and super proud, so he don't think he finna go down, you know. But and he just going along in his pride, you know. That's one of his little so-called special characteristics or something, is pride, all right? And so he's turned up all the way to the max with that, and he think he a god, and he just gonna rule and reign supreme, you know, and that's in the minds of all his people and all the people around the planet Earth, you know? This is the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 3. It says, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right. So it's a clear description. Salaki, give me 1 second. It's a clear description of who this is talking about here. All right. It says the pride of thy heart has deceived thee. All right. And we know who the most proud is Esau, Edom. It says, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. And we know who is named after basically the clefts of the rock. All right. Caucasians means like the Caucasus Mountains. All right. And then, like how you say Asians from Asia, people dwelling therein, those people of that place. All right. Caucasians, people dwelling in the Caucasus Mountains. All right. The caveman. That's Esau, Edom. All right. Again, strike 2. And it says whose habitation is high. All right. Who's lifted up over top of the whole planet Earth right now? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. And it says, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? All right. So who has that pride like that? That's talking about America. America is right now in the midst of all that, saying that who shall bring me down to the ground? All the things that Donald Trump is going into, putting his nose into and stirring up and breaking treaties and things like that. All these different things is saying, screw the so-called establishment and the things that's established. We're going to do it my way or the highway, Jack. We're going to do it like this. And if you're not down with it, you know what I'm saying? What you going to do about it? You going to try to touch us or something, bro? We're not going to never fall. We America. We the most proud. All right. It says, the pride of thy heart has deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Even on the low level of these damn Edomites, they say the same thing. Like the article was talking about this regular everyday ass, Jane Doe Edomite, you know what I'm saying? Just rolling around, catch a DUI, coming at her local bar, her local party or whatever, whatnot. Oh, it was her birthday. So she just a regular, Jane Doe Edomite having a little birthday party, get twisted, hemmed up by the police, and she act, in her spirit, she feel like she on equal par with the Rothschilds, questioning the police like, nigga, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? I'm a clean, thoroughbred white girl. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to be getting pulled over. I'm a cheerleader. I had X, Y, and Z. What you doing? Here's my credentials. Can't you tell I'm an Edomite? I'm not no terror, nothing. This our kingdom. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? You got shit kind of fucked up right now, homie. This is Proverbs chapter 6, verse 16. It says, these 6 things doth Yahweh hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. All right. And so primarily, this is talking about the Israelites. All right. This is, the things that the Most High hate about what his own people are doing. You see? But nevertheless, the Most High, these are the things predominantly that the Most High hate about his people. All right. He don't really care less about it. The other nations, they're like a drop of a bucket. The Most High said they're nothing. They basically is less than nothing, and it's vanity. All right. And Esau is who the Lord has indignation for forever. So really, they just a walking abomination as it is. You see what I'm saying? So that's not really primarily talking to them, but these are still characteristics and traits that the Most High hate, and if, you know what I'm saying? If he hated on us and hate this characteristic, inside of us, how much more that he just hate the characteristic itself, And speaking of which, like I said, he has righteous indignation and a hatred where there's no place of repentance for Esau. But even, and Esau's the most proud, but the Most High said he hated proud look as well, So nevertheless, continue. This is Proverbs 6 and 16. It says, these 6 things does Yahweh hate, yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. All right. So again, you know what I'm saying? This is primarily talking about Jake, right? But, the same still applies to like the other nations as well, but this is basically just the makeup of Esau. He's, like I said, he's a walking abomination. His makeup and DNA is that of a walking abomination, the things that the Most High hate, like what we're reading here. All right. But like I said, this is primarily talking about Jake. The Most High will have us walk to be different, a wholly separate people from the rest of the nations. All right. We're not supposed to be like them. We're not supposed to be doing these types of things to one another. All right. But still, yet at the same time, these are some of the reasons, the Most High created the wicked for the wicked to be the wicked, but these are some of the reasons why he has righteous indignation for him, because he says, look, verse 17 again, it says, Verse 16, these 6 things does Yahweh hate, yet 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. All right. So if Jake is doing that, and Jake turned from his wickedness, the Most High, you know what I'm saying, will forgive him of his ways. But Esau, that's his makeup and DNA. He's like that leopard that can't change his spots. All right. So no matter what, he gonna always be a walking abomination before the Lord. All right. And that's why and how some of the characteristics, it's not because the so-called white man got white skin that the Most High hate him. All right. The so-called white man got white skin because that's that mark that the Most High put on him to denounce him as the damn the man of perdition, the man of sin. The fucking walking embodiment of death. Because everything about him is death. The way he looked, the way he eat, all the things, his ways of life is death. All right. It says these 6 things doth Yahweh hate, yet 7 are an abomination. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Homegirl telling me I'm a clean, thoroughbred white girl. Yeah, well, I mean, first of all, none of that is true because, you know what I'm saying, ain't no such thing as white. You probably a thoroughbred Edomite, all right? But you ain't clean. You a goddamn abomination from your hair with leprosy, your skin, leprosy. You defile, you dirty. You know what I'm saying? You're not clean, all right? And let me continue on reading. It says, a heart that deviseth wicked imaginations, feet that be swift and run to mischief. So homegirl went out and had a little party, got fucked up, but then she came through. It says a heart that deceiveth wicked imaginations. So look, you trying to get over, you know what I'm saying? Again, you drinking and driving, putting other people's life at risk. You know what I'm saying? Then you get pulled over, get caught, and now it's time for your judgment. Now you're trying to swindle your way up out of there and using the damn, the trump card of being an Edomite. All right. It says a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. All right. Again, like I said, this is primarily talking to Jake. All right. But nevertheless, the same thing. These are the things that make up Esau. All right. All these things are part of Esau's characteristics. And this is part of the reason why he'll walk in abomination before the Lord. But nevertheless, a false witness that speaketh lies, talking about I'm a clean, thoroughbred white girl, I don't deserve to be arrested, and so on and so forth, just trying to get past her judgment. Talking lies, trying to swindle her way up out of catching her judgment. But it also says, and he that soweth discord among brethren. Certain statements, that these Edomites and stuff make like that to put themselves in a certain position or image that they so-called, like she said, a clean, thoroughbred white girl, and they just the picture of beauty, and the standard. They have our people thinking that so-called white people is the standard. That's why women get blonde hair. You know what I'm saying? You don't think you made it good, so you live in a white people neighborhood or got a white man's job. You know what I'm saying? That's when you think, you'd have made it because you didn't hit the standard of the so-called white man. All right. But really, in all actuality, you know what I'm saying? They not the standards. They based and beneath you, But you spreading all these damn lies is seeping into the minds of Israel. And you got Israel, like the Israelite woman dyeing their hair blonde, and showing forth other women to do so, to have their hair as abominations. All right. So now you sowing discord between brethren. Why? Because let's say that that woman might be around a righteous man or so, and he'd be like, yo, that's an abomination. That's a sign of leprosy. And now her and her man arguing about some shit like that, or anything like that, all their ways is what? To divide Jake, all their lies is to do what? Divide and conquer Jake, This is Proverbs 15, verse 24 through I read through 26. It says, the way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. All right. And see, the way of life basically to the wise is the ways of the Most High. All right. Thinking on those things that's spiritual, not carnal, not living in this flesh and going after the fleshy things that, like the scriptures say, if any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him, and these are the lust of the eyes, the lust of the world, the lust of the flesh, all these different things, which will lead you down the path to being on that list of the things that the Most High hate and that's abominable before him. It says, the way of life is above to the wise, that he may depart from hell beneath. Yahweh will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. All right. So these damn Edomites, all right, the proud, they about to go down. This the end time for they damn people. And you starting to see them bug out and start to catch some of these damn curses start to fall upon them. All right, it says the thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to Yahweh, but the words of the pure are pleasant words. So everything that these damn Edomites be speaking, it's all abominable before the Most High. Because why? All they do is speak lies and abominations. From the womb they do. All they do is speak lies. Talking about they like this one chick. Oh, I'm a clean thoroughbred white girl. You're not clean. You're not a you're a thoroughbred Edomite probably, and you're not a white girl. You're an Edomite. All right, and trying to put out so-called, I would say, propaganda to make yourself look bigger or better in a light and comparably to Jake. And try to put in the minds of the police officer. I don't know if he was a Jake or not, but nevertheless, you trying to sow that discord between people, put it in the minds of the people. Oh yeah, you're right. Let me snap out of this. The Edomites are better than everybody else. What am I doing? I'm tripping. But these are the things that our people they suffer and lack to see. This is Isaiah chapter 2, verse 12. It says, for the day of Yahweh of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, and everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. All right. So all the proud, the most proud. Let's start first and foremost with our people. Our people are going to get destroyed for trying to cling on to these damn Edomites. All right. The scriptures say the meek shall inherit the earth. All right. You got to humble yourself down, speaking on our people, and come into this truth and humble yourself. All right. But it also says, though hand join in hand with the wicked, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished, So, and come out of her, my people. So we need to start being joined unto these damn Edomites, But nevertheless, they being proud and everything like that, and it's being exposed to who they really are. All right, they fit in the description of the wicked and all these abominable things before the Most High. So we know who the wicked are. All right, and we understand these things, from the scriptures because, as like the scriptures say, blessed he that readeth. But not only that, blessed your eyes to see the things that you see. All right, you read these things in the scriptures, you get these descriptions of these people, and you see through the different news articles and just being out in the world, the spirit of these people. All right, you'll be able to discern who is who and what is what. That the damn so-called white men are the Edomites, man. Look at their countenance or how they look in the outside world. Just read these here scriptures or read these here news articles about how these damn Edomites is getting down. All right, how they talking and how they speaking and what they really think. Oh, we shouldn't be getting judgment brought upon us because we Edomites. Look at the words that they choosing to use. They the damn most proud. Ain't nobody else fit that description. Chinese don't get pulled over and say, I'm goddamn Chinese. What are you doing, you stupid police officer? All right. The Arabs don't get pulled over like that and say, I'm Arab. They'll think they liable. They'll call them terrorists and shit. And Jake get pulled over. He better not say shit. Even if Jake pulled over, don't say shit, ain't got no gun on him, in his seatbelt, keys out the ignition, Jake still get shot down. All right. The only people that say some shit like this to the police is these Edomites, the pride of these damn devils, man. All right, and our people need to wake up out of their sleep and their slumber and see who the fuck our enemy is, and come up out of her and loose hands with these Edomites. All right, don't be partakers of her sins. All right, we're gonna go ahead and close out with that. Lord willing, this here lesson was edifying. Until next time, I say, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Ruchak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that taught me this truth and that rule well. And salutation and much love for you. I can push in this truth and sincerity on the four corners of the earth and enduring afflictions. Stay strong. Shalom.